It's Double or Nothing preview time, everybody. Stay tuned to see our picks. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Elite City Podcast. We're going to do our monthly picks for the pay-per-view, which is Double or Nothing already, which is absurd. Like, how insane is it that we're 3 pay-per-views away from All In?
Yeah, the year's gone super fast.
And I just thought of that. That's counting this pay-per-view in 3. Like, after this, there's 2 pay-per-views until All In.
Unless they're going to add. They was talking about adding one, but officially, yes, there hasn't been.
That's nuts. Oh yeah, that's
and
July
it's Owen Hart tournament time,
and it is Owen Hart tournament time, which is always a fun time. Before we get started, did you notice that it was more streamlined this year? And did you like it?
What was the tournament? You mean?
Like the rolling out of the tournament. Sorry, I forgot to mention the topic.
Yeah,
the rolling out of the tournament.
There were a couple years like where it's like, oh wait, we forgot about, and then they just like threw it. It seemed more thrown together. This seemed like they've already announced like when these matches will be, and then like when the tournament final will be. Like it seems like a bit more organized. That makes sense.
Yeah, putting together some things like this is hard, but it was like, this seems like a very, like, this is going to be the standard from now on. Every year we're going to get it.
I think it's also because if you're looking at the brackets, at least from my eyes, it seems pretty obvious who's going to make it to the finals in both of them.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of work backwards. This year it seems like they started with, okay, this person's going to win, and then we're going to build out the tournament backwards from there, as opposed to just like previous years. It seemed like, oh yeah, we forgot to do that. Okay, this seems better. Yeah,
so it's like you said, where's the year gone? Like it's Owen tournament already. That's nuts. But I mean, I'm ready to go. If you're ready to go, we could jump right in, man.
Yeah, for sure. But there probably will. We're recording this on Tuesday.
Yes,
before Dynamite. So there's 8 matches now, I think, officially. It's an AEW pay-per-view, so they'll probably be like on Saturday night, be like, hey, it's just 5 more.
Yeah.
But this is what we're doing so far.
Yeah, like there's no 0 hour announced yet or anything. And yeah, this is what has been announced so far.
Correct.
And we're going to go with the order that Cage Match had the matches. So we have Stadium Stampede, which is Team Jericho, which is Jericho, Jack Perry, the Elite, and the Hurt Syndicate, and they're versing the Demand, the Dogs, and Davis and Andrade from the Don Callis family.
What do you think of them making like a 7-on-7? Like it's a huge match. Like usually it's like 4-on-4 or 5-on-5.
Yeah,
what do you think of them making it so big?
It's cool if it works, but the only thing, if they do what they did, I don't know if it was last time or the time before, is when they literally just had like 8 cameras on the screen at one time. If they can do that again and just kind of let like the commentary team generally discuss like what's going on instead of like, hey, this is happening at this second. Like
I think specific things that are happening. Yeah.
I think that works better because you understand the chaos instead of like, you see Excalibur like, oh, he's pulling him up for a suplex. Oh, and then they cut and it's somebody doing a leg drop off a bar. You know what I mean? Like, I think they almost have to do, especially with the extra people now, everything going on the screen at once, and you just getting like, this is why you watch AEW. This is Stadium Stampede.
Yeah, blah, like, blah. Can you believe it? Like stuff like as opposed to, because that's my concern with it is these matches are hard to follow. On their own, right? When there's 10 guys and now there's 14 or something. So like, you're right. They kind of just have to like follow the general feel of the match as opposed to calling actual things. And like if people disappear for a while, just like let them disappear for a while.
Yeah.
If nothing's happening, and then show what's happening. I watched recently, I hadn't seen the whole match of the very first one, the Stadium Stampede, the empty stadium one. I'd seen like part of it, but I didn't get that pay-per-view. So I didn't watch the whole match until like this week. I just watched it.
Oh, wow.
I did like how that one, like they just left people alone. Like for a while it was like Hangman and Kenny Omega and Jake Hager were backstage and they just like didn't tell you what the rest of the people were doing. and that was fine. Like you didn't need to just assume they're brawling, and you don't have to like cut to every single thing they do. I hope that that's what they do here. Like they plan a couple high spots. Like, oh, at some point, this person's going to do this, and at some point, and we'll make sure we show those. And the rest of the time, just if they're not on screen, just assume they're fighting other people, and we don't have to tell you what they're doing.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, I have a question for you. Is Foley's contract up yet?
I don't think so. I think it's like June.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if it was, I had a hot take. I was going to say that obviously they sign him, but he would be like Jericho's special guest referee somehow, and come out in the middle, just in the middle of the match. Like, you'll see Bryce Remsburg get knocked out, and then like all the other refs are doing something else, and then but if it's not till June, damn it, there goes my theory.
I do think part of the reason they're doing it this way too is who's injured was Lashley. Lashley was the one who was injured out of the Hurt Syndicate, right?
Yeah.
So Lashley, I think, is probably still recovering. Kenny Omega is only 100% sometimes. Right. Jericho just came back pretty recently, so I feel like they're also booked this many people on it, so no one person has to do that much.
Oh yeah, like they're when I say protecting people, like you said, like people are working, coming back. Someone might be semi-injured. Like the more people, the better, because less people have to do crazy stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And it'll be fun. I mean, it's a cool looking stadium. It's not where they've had it before, because I believe the other tennis stadium is like under construction or something where they had Grand Slam. But this is next door. And it looks like it's sold out. It's like 14,000 people or something. So the Stadium Stampede with that size of a crowd.
Oh yeah,
can be really cool.
Oh yeah, that will be fun. What team do you have?
I'm gonna go with the Jericho Elite team, Hurt Syndicate team. I don't know why, but that's what I'm going with.
Well, I am, just because this has like been booked like typical. The heels have got the one up every week on Jericho, and it's leading into the pay-per-view. So the payoff will be Jericho. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Are you excited for the return of the Golden Jets, Kenny Omega and Jericho?
I forgot about that.
We were robbed of that incredible storyline.
I forgot about it. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Did I have a stroke? What are you talking about?
We were all robbed of that, incredible storyline between them, 2 years ago when Kenny got hurt. So now we get to, I'm sure they'll bring it back, because, the fans are just excited for it.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm by the way, you didn't remember that it existed. I'm sure people are very excited.
Like that was one time, like you wish that you would have had me on camera, because like I was literally like making a face, like thinking like, what is he talking about? Like what, the Golden what's like? Is he thinking Golden Knights from hockey? Like I was like, what are you talking about? That was amazing.
So there's that.
No, so there's that. Then we have. Which I think we're going to agree on this one too. The international title match between Okada and Takeshita. I think Takeshita wins and leaves the family, just because Don Callis said he's never leaving the family this past week. It's impossible.
As soon as someone says something's never happening, it happens. It's wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with Takeshita. I feel like Okada was away for a bit for like real reasons. Like when they said he went to Japan, he actually did. I don't know why, but he was away. This feud's been going on for a really, really long time, and it's slowed down a bit recently. It's been good, but it's slowed down a bit. Obviously, Okada hasn't been there, but I do hope that this is the end. I hope they don't like continue this on somehow.
Same. I was thinking though, it would be cool if, just for nostalgia, at Forbidden Door, if there's like, this is me fantasy booking, I don't even know if this is gonna be a real thing, like a team AEW versus like a team New Japan, and like we'll say like Okada is the captain of team AEW, so like he purposely doesn't pick Takeshita, but then Takeshita's on team New Japan.
Oh, that would actually be fun. I would like that. Yeah, that'd be fun.
And like that's the only thing I would hope more would happen with it, like just to be like, oh, Takeshita didn't get picked, and then he's on the other team.
That would
like,
be funny.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to the international title maybe meaning something again. Because for a while, I know Okada technically defended it, but he defended it against people like he was never going to lose to.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to it being actual title again.
Yeah, like and this is like officially the Intercontinental title now, like, because that's where Takeshita should be. Takeshita should be here, hold this for a while, and then immediately go to the world title.
Yeah.
Like, obviously,
they did a good job building this belt up for a while. Like, it was, once Cassidy had it, they built it up really well, and then Ospreay had it, and MJF had it, and like it was a big thing. And then Okada kind of just like, I know they gave it to him, and he looks cool with the belt, but he didn't really do much with it. It made sense why they gave it to him, because they wanted him to have a title because it looks impressive. And if you didn't know who Okada was from New Japan, giving the belt meant something. But yeah, it's time for him to move on from that.
Yes, I agree. We have, let's see where we at. Okay, sorry. We have the tag titles, and we have a stipulation, which is the I Quit stipulation. I have a feeling this is going to be the dark horse most brutal match of the night. Like, I think it's going to be even more brutal than Stadium Stampede.
Yeah, I think they might start the show with this so that there's some space in between this one and Stadium Stampede.
Good call.
Because you don't do them back to back, because then one of them is going to overshine the other one.
Right.
And I agree that it's probably going to be pretty crazy. So I think they probably will start with this. And I'm pretty sure Cage and Cope win, right?
Same. I think the same. Now, do we have like some sort of like shenanigans? Like, does Gangrel come out and help? Like, literally, like there's a few routes we could take here.
Yeah, I think something will happen, because it does seem like they're gearing towards like some like big tag match at All In with all the teams that are available now or soon.
Especially
and whoever. So they'll have to continue this somehow. But I think I think it'll be interference, but not like that will directly cost them the match. There'll be some sort of like Gangrel makes sense. Like he'll come out to stop Stokely from interfering or something, but that'll be directly affecting the match.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like obviously it can't be clean. But I mean, it can be clean, but like you want it to be like, you want to get one up on the heels,
right?
And the heels have been like, even after the last pay-per-view, I thought they were going to win the last pay-per-view. So I agree. I think Christian and Cage, but I do think someone or something from their past shows up.
Gangrel would be cool. That would be fun.
Yeah. Well, I just put the listed Owen matches under one big banner here. So we're at the start of the Owen this year. First and foremost, who are your picks
for the Owen or for the tournament? These matches
for the whole Owen tournament.
Oh, the whole thing. I feel like the men's is going to be Ospreay against Swerve in the final, and Ospreay wins.
Okay.
And for the women's, I probably think Willow against Athena. Okay. I feel like Willow wins.
Oh, okay. I am exactly the same with you, except I think Athena wins.
Yeah. I mean, either one could. I just feel like this is time for Willow to win the world title, because she's been
also true.
And she's been doing so many, like she's been over for so long, and she's been like holding other belts, but she hasn't been main event. And I feel like she should be. Yeah,
that's a good call, man. Well, I got to stick with it now. See, I don't think that far ahead like that. I'm not. I was too in the moment. I was like, "Now your movie makes so much more sense." But anyways, we have Joe versus Ospreay, and obviously you're both going to pick Ospreay.
Yep.
But I have a feeling this is going to be like gnarly, like people are going to be bleeding from chops gnarly.
Yeah, I do want to say, while we're on Ospreay, what do you think of the Mox Death Riders Ospreay story?
I like it, but I also want it to continue, and I want Mox to pick someone else up next.
Yeah,
who like, and that's what I want the to start to be the crack between him and Claudio. Like Claudio's like, we're not in the business of making other people, You know what I mean? Like,
now, do you think that Mox is helping Ospreay because of his idea that he wants to just elevate the level of, violence in AEW, or is he just helping Ospreay so that Ospreay doesn't attack him?
That's a good question too. I'll play devil's advocate and I'll say it's for more violence.
Yeah, I could see that. My initial thought was that he was, he faced Ospreay. Ospreay was, could have beat him, and he's like, oh, I got to get this guy on my side before he turns on me. So he tried to get him on his side. I mean, I like what they're doing with it. I know that a lot of people, especially shockingly, the internet is unhappy with something.
What?
Yeah, false. I know. I'm stunned too.
False.
But I like what they're doing because it's also giving Ospreay a more well-rounded style. Like, obviously he's been injured and he's getting older, so like he can't be crazy flying on every single move. So I do like that they're giving him like more of a submission style, like more of a violence type style. And this is their reasoning for it. Like, he has an explanation as to why he's going to change his wrestling style. It's not because he can't high fly anymore. It's just he thinks that this is a more effective way to win the match. And I think you're right that will make this match pretty brutal because he's going to try to be more violent as opposed to more over the top.
Yeah, and I mean, just when you're in a match with Joe, you're in a match. But you're right, like it's everything from the Death Riders is going to be put, into quote unquote action during this match. So like I said, I think someone will be bloody from chops by the end of this one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, we're going to agree on the next one because it is Swerve versus Bandito. But again, I think this one's going to put Bandito on the map. People know Bandito, but people don't know how good Bandito is.
Yeah. I do think Bandito probably needs to lose the ROH title so that he can do other stuff. Not that he's a bad ROH champion, but I feel like he should be doing other stuff.
I agree. I thought Blake Christian was going to win it at the Supercard of Honor. He did not, but it's getting close to he's going to lose it soon. I think Tony has enough faith in people now that weren't necessarily names a year ago. Well, like Blake Christian and Lee Johnson and people like that, of not necessarily giving them all of Ring of Honor, but like people like Bandito can graduate to like full-time singles AEW.
Yeah, like I understand why he was the ROH champion, because first of all, he had experience in ROH, like he had a history in ROH, and also he's a more veteran presence. Like they needed someone like that. But I think you're correct that they can move on to somebody else now.
Yeah, and be like the fans be perfectly okay with it. Like,
right.
It's weird how you can tell that people don't understand how AEW works by just reading what they type on the internet. Like,
right.
Because like when you go to a live show, even if you don't watch Ring of Honor, you see at least 2 to 3 Ring of Honor matches. So you know that these people exist. And if you're in the, like, even if you're just in the AEW, like, if you're just like a casual, like in the zone type person, if you follow just a few people online, again, these people exist within like the aura of AEW. So like it makes sense to like have them go back and forth, but it also, you do need people like Bandito. Sorry, I went off on a little tangent there.
It is funny when you were saying that. I get it. Like if you don't watch ROH, you'll see a guy you never heard of before and be like, "Who's this guy?" But like wrestling is not complicated,
right?
So like, I've when I went to Dynamite, whenever it was here, like 2 years ago or whatever, they had ROH matches before, and I didn't know half the guys. But like within 5 minutes, you can figure out, oh yeah, this guy's a heel, this guy's a face, this guy's a high flyer, this guy's whatever. And like it takes 5 minutes. It's not especially complicated to like. You can jump into a wrestling show and kind of know what's going on.
Right. I mean, that's like 90% of indie shows. You know what I mean? Like very few people follow an indie around. Well, I shouldn't say that. People used to do it with ECW all the time.
Right.
But there's a certain kind of person that doesn't follow.
Right. Generally, you don't know half the guys on the show.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yeah. And you just go because it's something to do. Like, hey, JR's wrestling down at the bingo hall. Yeah, let's go. Cool. Exactly. $5. Anyways.
Yeah, but I picked Swerve.
Same.
I think it'll be a good match. Do you think Brody King gets involved? Because him and Swerve had a thing that was never completely resolved. Like they didn't have their like big bloody final showdown. Do you think he gets involved, or is he done with Swerve?
Well, I was going to ask you the same thing, but I have a question, and this depends on my answer. I can't remember the rules of the Owen. Does the Owen have no outside interference?
I don't think so. I think that's the Continental Classic. I don't think they've ever mentioned that for the Owen.
Okay. That being said, if it's no, then absolutely at some point, even if it's like the last 30 seconds of the match, like Brody comes down to, I don't necessarily save Bandito, but
I feel like maybe Swerve goes too far and he
that's
with a brick or something, and then Brody comes out. Yeah, that would make sense.
So okay, if you're allowed to do things like that, then that's like Swerve's gonna go super crazy after the match, and
because he's kind of pushing, he's really pushing the most dangerous man in AEW. Like I don't know if you've seen online, he just keeps posting stuff like Tony Khan won't let me be on TV because I'm too dangerous, and like the dummies on the internet are like, "There's a problem with Swerve and Tony Khan." I'm like, it's obviously a storyline. Like relax
and just follow him. The same day he posted that, he went golfing with Tony in the morning,
right?
And posted on his Instagram, like,
right, yeah.
Like, it's not trouble in paradise.
Yeah, he's working. It's fine.
And then we have Willow versus Alex Windsor, and we agree on this one too because we both think Willow.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be this isn't me bad mouthing Alex Windsor. I think this is going to be Alex Windsor again. This is going to be another breakout moment. Like everybody knows that she's good, but like when you're in the Owen's like a little more on the serious side,
right?
So like people are going to see her like technical wrestle and that whole British style. Excuse me.
And I think kind of the same from Willow, because Willow's known more. Like she's obviously a good wrestler, and she's known more for, first of all, like her personality and her power. Not so much her actual wrestling ability. Like she's been in a lot of, powerful matches. She's been in a lot of like brutal matches, but I think she's actually a very good wrestler that she doesn't show that much. And this is a good opportunity for her to show that. Both of them.
I cannot wait. I love the Owen. The Owen's my favorite tournament. Like, it's just like it needed to happen because Owen and the whole Hart family deserves accolades over accolades after accolades, and for some reason never got any, and Wright's not an AEW, but whatever. It's just it's fun, and it's exactly what if Owen was with us, he would absolutely love that there was a tournament named after him.
Yeah, and he got one of his most famous moments obviously was winning the King of the Ring, which is almost the same tournament, right? So it's a fitting tribute, and I love that they made it lead into 2 pay-per-views. Like the finals are at Forbidden Door, and then the winner goes on to All In. Like I like that it stretches over several pay-per-views. I love the concept. I think it's great.
Same. And eventually, like we're gonna get somebody who like treats the Owen like Owen treated like King of the Ring,
right?
And, like they will just like wear the belt, even though the belt is like just your trophy. Like
I'm kind of hoping that Mercedes does that whenever she comes back, because she's lost all her other belts, right? So I feel like this is what she can't lose. So I could see her coming back and be like, I still have this title. And they're like, there's already a new Owen champion. Like, what are you doing? She's like, no, this is mine.
Yeah, you can't take this one away. And then
like MJF in his ring. Sidetrack. The ring thing is getting annoying now because he lost the ring. Like he didn't lose the ring, but he didn't win the last time they had the ring tournament, right? So like I know he still has like 5 of them. But like, why is he? Bandito completely forgot about the ring. He just moved on with his life, and MJF has like just keeps pulling out rings. I don't know. I think it's weird. I understand why it's part of his gimmick, but like the last time they had the dynamite diamond ring thing, he didn't even enter it. But suddenly he's like pulling out rings left and right. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of over the ring.
It's so dumb. Like I hate it. Like. I love the tournament because it's like always, it's like the ugly stepchild of AEW because it's like always like, oh man, we forgot to do the damn ring thing.
And right. And it's randomly, it just shows up sometimes, like whenever they decide to remember to do the ring.
Yeah. And it's like somehow MJF always like, there's like, oh, he got his leg amputated, but he's back for the ring tournament.
Yeah.
He somehow always finds a way to like come back for the ring tournament. Anyways, yeah, I agree. I hate the ring too.
I think he needs to just like move on. I get it. I get that. Like the most recent show was actually pretty funny because who was it? It was Takeshita, right? He gave the ring to Don Callis to give to Takeshita. Takeshita didn't want the ring, and then MJF just came out with another ring, and just like it was kind of funny. But I think we should move on from it now.
Agreed. Next is the women's title, and it is a 4-way. And hold on, I'm going to complain for a second. All wrestling companies, not just AEW, when you announce a 4-way, tell us, is it a fatal 4-way or is it just a 4-way that, it's non-elimination? Because it bothers the OCD in my head because I don't know.
By default, it's always not elimination. It's always just one fall. But you're right. I wish that they would tell you.
Yeah.
And I actually wish that they would do more elimination matches instead of just one pin, because I like elimination matches better.
Same. And you can always hold the amazing the champion gets pinned first,
right?
And then you're guaranteed a new champion match.
Yeah, that was always an ECW thing that they have the champion pin first, and then like, oh wow, definitely someone else is going to win. Who's it going to be? Yeah, I wish that they would do more of that. That
would be awesome. Anyways, that was just my rant. But it is a 4-way match. I'm going to ask, how do you feel about the whatever version of Sheeta this is? She's like the gray area Sheeta. Like, yeah,
I mean, I like that she's doing something because she hasn't had anything to do in a long time. I do find it weird that like Chris Statlander seems to trust her because like if you watch 5 minutes of AEW, you're like, oh yeah, she tried to hit you with a kendo stick like 4 times, right? Like, I find it weird that anyone's trusting her and she gets to be gray area Sheeta when everyone else should just be like, oh no, I've saw you, trying to hit people with a kendo stick behind their back like a bunch of times. I'm not going to trust you.
Yeah, it's like I like it, but I'm with you. It's like, oh, you just have to pay 1 ounce of attention. You understand. But yeah, it's
one of those things that it's weird that it requires you to assume that none of the other women wrestlers are watching the show.
Yeah, or paying any bit of attention.
Or paying any attention to anything that's happening. Because otherwise you would it works with MJF because he said a bunch of times that I don't watch things that I'm not in. So
true.
It works when he doesn't recognize something, but it only kind of works with him. Like, why is Statlander not watching the rest of the show? And paying attention to what happens when she's not in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. It makes sense. Everybody pays attention to what goes on in their workplace too. You would know what's
if you're a hockey player and you're like, I'm only watching when I'm on the ice. If it's not my shift, I'm not paying any attention.
I don't
what's
care.
What's wrong with you?
Just go to the locker room for a minute and a half and then come back. That'd be awesome.
It's weird that Stat hasn't confronted her at any point and been like, hey, you seem like you're kind of going off the rails here.
Yeah, I agree. I just thought of something. So how do you think this goes? What do you think?
I feel like Tekla wins.
Same.
I think that Sheeta's probably going to actually turn heel. Like maybe Stat will have a shot at winning and she's going to, pull her off or something. And they're going to get in a fight. Which doesn't really seem like a heel turn because that's the object of the match because it's not elimination.
Also true.
And that's why I like elimination matches better because if you break up a pinfall in an elimination match, you didn't have to do that. It makes
sense. Yeah.
So yeah, I think Tekla wins. There's gonna be some sort of fallout with Statlander and Sheeta, but it's the same problem I've had with Stat's character. I like Chris Statlander a lot, but he goes back and forth between heel, face, friends with Willow, not friends with Willow, trustworthy, not trustworthy. You kind of have to, unless you're an established loose cannon, you kind of have to have a consistent personality for at least a while.
It's true. Oh man, that could go so many different ways. Because I was gonna say, what if Stat during the match turns on Sheeta and joins Tekla and the what's it called?
Triangle of Madness.
Triangle of Madness.
That would make sense, actually. It would be fun because Stat would be like that. It would make sense of her being like, I did see everything you were doing. I'm not going to trust you anymore. I'm going to turn on you before you turn on me. That would actually be kind of good. That would make sense. I would like that.
Oh, man. Yeah. No, I want that to happen.
Yeah, I would like that. That would make a lot more sense than Sheeta turning and Stat being completely blindsided by it.
Okay. And we have our main event, the world title versus hair, Darby versus MJF. I think we're going to both agree on this one too. I think MJF wins.
Yeah, I think MJF wins. The only reason I don't think he wins is they've been like hyping up, on their social media, and they have a shirt now of like a bald MJF. And I feel like it might be, people might get upset if like they hyped up this thing happening and then it doesn't happen. Right. Like, but I still think MJF wins.
It's same, but I also I read a post online. Somebody had a good one, and it was like, okay, what if like this whole thing from the very beginning has been a gimmick, and he's shaved his head, and that's like a really, 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 really good wig,
right?
That like, and it's like literally like everybody in the back knows, but like like he wears it out and blah blah blah, and then they go. And they're like just halfway through the match, and like Darby goes to pull his hair and like on purpose rips it off. And then like MJF just goes bananas. I was like, that would be funny. So funny.
I want to say that I like how they've worked in, first of all, when MJF came back, everyone kind of made fun of him getting a hair transplant.
Yes.
So they've carried that story on for a while. I also like how they've worked the bald jokes from like Ricochet and everything into MJF. Like I like that.
Yeah, it's so fun, and it's hilarious that like now I want to know if it's true, if Max really flew all the way to Turkey,
right?
And paid cash, or like.
And I like because it works great for MJF's character. Right? For a lot of people, if you were like making fun of them being bald, it would be like kind of weird. Like, why are they so upset about being bald? Right? Like,
right.
But MJF's character works. Like he cares so much about his appearance.
Oh yeah, he's so vain that
it makes sense why he's so upset about this. When like we saw on Dynamite, there's like 20 other guys on the roster who are bald, and I didn't even think of it. Right? Like you don't even notice. But that was funny.
Yeah, it was amazing.
But for MJF, like that means so much to him, whereas like everyone else is just like, I'm already bald, it's fine.
Yeah, like most of us just don't have the money to fly to Turkey and come back with new hair.
Yeah, when you get old and you lose hair, that's what happens.
But if I was a millionaire and I had the money to fly to Turkey, I would leave bald and come back, and I wouldn't tell anybody. Like, it's like I wouldn't tell anyone in my family. I'd be like, I'm going on vacation for a minute, and just come back with a full head of hair
and never mention it. People will be like, "Hey, your hair, you have hair." I'm like, what are you talking about?
I always had hair. It's like, dude, 30 years you've been you're bald. Like, no, what are you talking about?
Yeah. And while we're here, how is Darby still moving around?
Well, that's my final rant of the show. First off, he has had this will be on next week will be 6 title defenses in 29 days.
Yeah, does that count Speedball on Wednesday?
That will be counting Speedball.
All right.
Yes. I believe, or maybe it's 7. Either way, it's 6 or 7 in a month.
6, 7! But yeah, it's nuts that he's had like this many crazy physical matches and is still going and is still, somewhat walking around. I like the way that the storyline is going, where they're having him, beaten down over time as things go and getting weaker and getting more beaten up, and it's taking a toll on him. And I think this is time for it to end here. So yeah, I think this is the end of his reign, and probably also the end of the podcast.
We are at Elite City Pod on all social media. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And we are also on YouTube, also on at Elite City Pod. Thank you for listening this week. Sorry, I'm trying to do this real fast because my internet's being stupid. Thank you for listening this week. We will be back next week after Double or Nothing. Enjoy the show, and we'll see you then. Later.